Hey guys, RC here, just doing a final kind of conclusion video. I apologize, the game froze up on me there at the end. I wanted to let you know I came back. I had to reload the game after I restarted, did a hard shutdown on my computer, and got everything reset back up. And unfortunately, I had not saved during that last few weeks. Um, the Anyway, so I was back in week 16 or 15 or whatever it was, playing the Cajuns again. I went ahead and simmed each week, saving as I went, and didn't have a problem this time. When I got to the Senior Bowl, that background screen popped up for me. Excuse me, got the hiccups. Let me get a drink real quick. Okay. Sorry about that. So the selection screen popped up. I was able to sim. I got past that with no problems. So not sure if it was due to the game, if it was due to maybe my recording device. Some kind of freeze up in memory. I don't know. Anyway, but I did want to let you know I did resim it again and had no issues this time around. And now we're going to end season. And this will take a minute, I am sure. Alright, so here's all of our players. Now, you remember we talked about the overall rating, so, naturally as you get to be a senior, these get higher and higher. Looks like I've got a redshirt junior leaving, a tight end that I was not anticipating, and a true junior in my linebacker, Johansson. So that's going to be two more positions that I had not anticipated. I'm not going to export because I'm not importing into the pro game. So we will close that. We'll go to the home, which I'm already here. Okay, there we go. All right. So now we want to go to new season. All right, so it looks like we'll be number 7 in the preseason polls. South Carolina, who beat us for the SEC championship, will be in front of us at number 6. Auburn at number 5. Alabama at number 2. All right. So for some reason it didn't come back on top. I don't know why that is. All right, National Signing Day. So remember, you get those recruits during the season. All the stuff we just videoed, and unlike in real life where those are verbal commitments and then they might change their mind, those are hard commitments. So now we're going to run signing day. They just can't actually sign with your team until all your other people leave. All right, so here's our OVRs, our overall rating. So Hammond, the cornerback, is a 93. Goforth is a 92, so he was a big get. Ivy, that local linebacker, I was my first recruit, a 91. Bosevert, again, that's the guy that I have no idea how he signed. The computer did that after I had cut ties with him much earlier in the season. And we go all the way down to this tackle, a 3-star. They're in the 70s. And you can see we do have some 3-stars in the 80s that are just as good as these low-end 4-stars. So, and I guess they could turn out to be better once they start developing. But, again, the ranks have to mean something or they wouldn't be there. And then we're back at training camps. So that was a whole season because this is where we started off last year. It was right at this point. let's see, if I go to rosters and then I go to my depth chart and I go to, say, my I formation, I don't know if that wipes out. Okay, no, here we go. This is something I had noticed, and I don't know if it got any attention, but I did notice in our online league that the master depth chart does lose players probably when they graduate, but for some reason in the online league it was not resetting. So let's reset all, and that's what I'm talking about. See, even though I reset it, it does not change the master. Now it still gives me a 3 deep, and there's Go Forth, and there's Melton. Melton is a 5th-year senior. Go Forth is the freshman that we just recruited, and Olivio is a senior. So, do I redshirt Go Forth? Do I, if he's not going to start over Melton, then I still have 3 other guys. I've got Fournier as an 83, Bosevert is an 86. Definitely going to redshirt those guys, I'm sure. But but that's something that did jump out too. Why the master never will repopulate, and I do that every week, and it still has all these blanks in it, even in our online league. So this is duplicated from another league that I'm showing the same thing. So that should repopulate somehow. I mean, Go Forth is in the list, but he's not, and I can put him in manually. But okay, and there we go. I mean, I had to set it again to get it to do. So who knows? I don't know what causes that. Now, of course, it's funny when we go to, oh, well, you know what I just noticed? It put Melton in there twice. So Go Forth is obviously the number 2. You shouldn't have the same guy in there once. But it is putting Melton in there 2 times. Unless that's the game's way of saying, hey, we're not going to ever play the backup ever. That's the only thing I can figure, that he would still be backup within the formations. But maybe, and this is something I don't know, maybe this is a way of controlling any split playing time, that if you do put, 2 running backs, they will split carries. That if you put 2 tight ends, they will split carries. If you only put 1 quarterback, that means he will take 100% of the snaps. That's the only thing I can think. That's just speculation. But anyway, we're back up here to training camp. I am, not going to do another season here of this. But I wanted you to be able to see, getting us back to the spot we were before, bringing in the recruits. And we ended up with the number 2 recruiting class. So, okay, well, I've proven to myself that I guess I can recruit. It's not easy. I think the AI needs a lot of work, because there's some concerns with the players they go after. There's some concerns if they're doing everything they're supposed to do. And it just shows how in detail you need to be in paying attention to, when to come off a guy, when to stay on a guy. There are quite a few of those questions that I think that I would like answered. I'm sure other people, especially once they see these videos, would probably like answered, such as, going in and saying, okay, what does security and loyalty mean? How is close to home calculated? Because we've seen examples of it working for you and against you at the same time. So anyway, also the other thing, we actually looked at all targets instead of just recommended targets. So, certainly, another way to do it that I hadn't done before. So we brought in the number 2 ranked recruiting class. Let's see if there's any history. Standings, leaders, almanac. Records, playoffs. Media. Camp results, newspaper. Alright, there's the top 10 recruiting classes. And then prestige relative. So the lower your prestige, you get that weighted. We've already had 2 players commit, and we just flipped and haven't even started recruiting. The Mountain West. Both to San Jose State. 496. Okay, I'm wondering if that was just last minute signings in the carryover. That must be what that is. So let's see, 496 if I go into my class. So that's this year. And we want to look by all. All right, there's 496. Alton. That wasn't him, was it? No. Okay, so yeah, that must be a carryover from last year. All right, well, hey, that's going to be it for the video. Anyway, I hope these helped any. They helped me, I guess, a little bit, but I've still got a lot more questions than answers, I think. Anyway, for whatever that's worth. Hope you enjoyed the videos. Hope you got something out of them. Definitely hope the guys at Wolverine appreciate the videos, even though they're not always 100% gung-ho. Hopefully I'm behind you guys. I'm behind the games. I just I want to understand. And when I see something, I mean, I'm gonna call it as I see it. I don't play favorites when it comes to that. So, a lot of questions. If you can answer any of them in the videos, I think it would be appreciated by, certainly by me, but by the community at large. But hey, thanks for checking out the videos, and best wishes, guys. Take care.